Looking for a new vehicle? Well, look no further than your local Chevy dealer. Just order your new Chevy the way you want it, with all the features you desire. Stop by your local Chevy dealer or go to ChevyDriveChicago.com and place your order today and have it your way.
In Ukraine, where Joseph Lindsley is. Hello to you, Joseph. Anything new today with the UN nuclear inspectors?
Hey, Bob. Good afternoon from Donbas. We have. So, perhaps what we expected. Yesterday it was difficult. The Russians were shelling the city next to the nuclear plant before the inspectors arrived, but they were able to arrive. And I think it was an anonymous inspector, told the media that it was a propaganda circus. And so far as we know, the international inspectors from the International Atomic Energy Agency have been unable to speak privately with the Ukrainian employees that have worked at the workers of the nuclear plant. They can only speak with the Russian officials. And then they met some sort of parade of civilians that were complaining about, how Ukrainians have made their lives worse somehow. So it's been a spectacle. But I think very bravely, agents of the International Atomic Energy Agency stayed overnight, in that territory. There were I think 5 people stayed overnight, and they're committed to staying there indefinitely at this point.
Yeah, brave is right for making that trip. And yesterday was a very historic day there, wasn't it? Tell us about it, Joseph.
Yeah, it was. And I think, a lot of people here didn't have time to think about it, and that's why I didn't realize it yesterday. But September 1st, 1939, was really the day that World War II began. And it began, with the German invasion of Poland. But at that time, the city of Lviv was under Polish control of the Second Polish Republic. And so one of the first actions, on August 31st, the Nazis created some false flag incidents, which I think we're familiar with that because there's been a lot of concern that the Russians have been doing this all along, including with the nuclear plant. And so the Nazis claimed that the Poles had attacked a radio station in Germany, and the way they began World War II on September 1st was with an air raid on the city of Lviv. And so we can't get away from this,
Yeah, I mean, we've learned so much through you, too, about the history of that area, things we never knew about. Many of our listeners around Chicago are always wondering how they can help, Joseph, and I know you've got a special request today. Tell us about this.
Yeah, absolutely. So today, usually when I talk to you at this time, if I am somewhere near the front, I'm coming back. I'm going back to the safe city. But right now, we're approaching Donbas, and we're going to the front. And one part of I can't tell you exactly where we are going, of course, but part of our mission is delivering some supplies to soldiers who, they need to get things replenished as the hot summer and as things get riddled with bullets. But right now, there's a great need for. We've heard about this counteroffensive of the Ukrainians in Kherson, and there's still, details are murky because Ukrainians have to keep it pretty secret. But it seems that there's an amazing offensive happening to retake that territory in southern Ukraine. And I have friends that are fighting there, and their request is for a drone that can help them spot the Russian enemies. And I think so far we've raised about $1,000. We just need I feel like a telethon here, but we need $800 more. And if we got, but I don't feel ashamed because I'm sitting here at the edge of Donbas, and which feels like it's like being in a Cormac MacCarthy novel. I'm here at a rest stop, a little roadside cafe in the steppes of eastern Ukraine. You never know what could happen in this region. This one drone could do a heck of a lot of good to help these guys take back the region of Kherson. And so if anyone wants to support us, UkrainianFreedomNews.com, click on support us, and you can make a tax-deductible donation right there.
We're happy to help. Glad you mentioned that. UkrainianFreedomNews.com. I want to share one message that struck me. Let's see. This was a text from a listener. Bob, thank you so much for continuing your correspondence with Joseph in Ukraine. His reports are especially riveting and often touching. I'll never look at a grasshopper in the same way again. God bless Joseph and all the Ukrainian people who just want peace. Tell us again quickly what that grasshopper reference is all about.
That was, I think 2 days ago when I was in the forest city of Nikopol, which has been shelled day and night for 4 weeks. And a friend of mine picked me up, and he, like many other people there, have to sleep in their cars. And he pointed, as he was driving us around, he pointed to a grasshopper on the dashboard. And he says, "This is my friend Ihor. He's been here for 2 days." And perhaps even the grasshopper was afraid of the shelling and was seeking refuge in the car. But also my friend's, wife and kids were in Germany, and that grasshopper became his real friend and pet. And that shows you the good nature of the Ukrainian soul, but also how sad and difficult it is here.
And
the grasshopper.
Yeah, that's great how you humanize everything for us. And that picture you painted of where you are right now will stick in my mind all weekend. I hope you're recording this on video, Joseph.
Yeah. I mean, it's difficult. I mean, in Nikopol, for example, that's why we were detained briefly, because everyone was so on edge. They stopped my friend, who was my cameraman, and I from recording. But we will try to get some recording today here in Dnipro. And, I will say, I'm sorry, in Donbas, while it feels like a Cormac MacCarthy novel because of it's hot and sunny and you feel this. I mean, as I was leaving the city, the girl at the hotel, she looked at me almost with tears in her eyes, and she said, "We'll see you tonight. Come back." So there is that sense, but at the same time, like here in this cafe, there's women serving delicious food, and no one is alone here, and so that's one difference from, I'd say, from Cohen Brothers movie or Cormac MacCarthy's. Even with the scariness, everyone is united here.
Remarkable. Joseph Lindsley in Ukraine. Safe travels. We look forward to chatting on Monday, Joseph.
Thank you, Bob.